Hello, welcome to Cornerstone Glassworks. If you would, please click subscribe, click the bell, and tell a friend about our videos. This video is me asking you for some feedback about some ideas I have about the future of Cornerstone Glassworks. And at the end, I have an announcement about some changes we're going to make in our videos. I think it's going to be very cool. I think you're going to want to subscribe, and please hang in until the end. Thank you so much. Hey guys, John Morrison here, owner of Cornerstone Glassworks. I haven't made any videos in a while, and I apologize for that. I've been busy with other things, bigger projects, but some things have happened over the years that have caused me to think about an idea, about a new direction for Cornerstone Glassworks, and I wanted to talk to y'all about it and hopefully get some feedback. Over the years, several people have seen my videos and have contacted me and asked me if I would teach them, if I would give them some lessons. And we've done that, and it's been kind of rewarding. And so I've been thinking real hard about maybe changing Cornerstone's direction, maybe go into education. And also, as the years go by, I start thinking in terms of how do we extend my knowledge. I've got a lot of experience with manipulating glass and have had a lot of success with it. And I hate to just, one day retire and it's gone. So we have been thinking long and hard about getting into the business of teaching carved glass technique, carved and etched. And so this would involve several categories. There's the traditional carved glass where you sculpt into heavy plate in relief, creating textures and lovely objects. Y'all know what that's about. Another category is just straight etching. And then there's what I call airbrush etching. I was an airbrush artist for a dozen years before I started Cornerstone Glassworks and started etching glass. So it was only natural to utilize those techniques in my sandblasting. It's almost identical to airbrush. The only difference is you can't reverse anything. Like with painting, you can add more white, add more black, add more color. But on glass, you don't remove, you only add to. So you can't back up or change anything. You gotta get it right the first time. So, and then there's also the sculpted category, which, stuff like this, where you shape and build things out of glass. And let me tell you, that is a lot of fun. It doesn't require a world of tools. It does require a few things that you have to have. But anyway, in a minute, I'm going to put up some photographs of these various techniques, talk about them just a little bit, but ultimately I am interested in finding out if you believe that me teaching is a good idea. We are still researching what it might cost to participate in such classes. Naturally, there will be classes in groups and there will be individual, and we'll have to calculate the costs on that and see how that goes. But I want to know if maybe there's more people interested in this than I know. And so we're going to look into that, and please respond and tell me what you think. If it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea, if it's something you personally would like to invest in. Anyway, thank you very much. Okay, well, carving is just about the most fun sort of thing you can do on glass. When you're carving in heavy plate, you basically are creating three types of edges. There's a sharp edge, a round edge, and a square edge, or what I like to call stage blasting. Basically, everything that's exposed gets pushed down the same distance. So anyway, carving can be done on any glass thick enough that once you've carved it, you've still got enough body left that it's not going to fall apart. Like we do some carving on 1/4-inch glass for some applications. Most of it is on 3/8, 1/2 inch, and 3/4 inch thick glass. So anyway, if you're going to carve, you need some thickness to give you some room to get in there. The most straightforward type of etching that we do is what I call just a surface etch. The examples that are showing up now are just simple graphics. A lot of it is signage, logos on doors and windows. And you can see how it's a pretty straightforward deal. It's really pretty simple. Now, you can hand cut everything like we used to do in the old days, but if you've got a plotter, oh, you can do a lot of complex things and get a perfect cut by letting the plotter do the cutting for you. In the old days, we used to cut even small letters by hand, and it was crazy. But, you know, you did what you had to do. Now, one of my favorite forms of etching is what I call airbrush etching, treating your sandblaster like an airbrush. Like this image right here, you've got the letters that are etched to look 3D floating above the globe, and then you've got a cloud going over one of the letters. You know, it can be very complex. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that complex, but look at all the jewels here in this crown. Anatomy is some of the hardest to do and some of the most challenging, and therefore some of the most fun when you do a successful airbrush job on anatomy. And then, like here, we have a seal for an office, and it looks real nice. Sculptural can be a whole heck of a lot of fun. That's where you're not just carving into the glass, but sculpting and building up the glass. This piece right here is actually 39 pieces of 1/4-inch thick glass laminated together, and then the carving begins, and then you take it to a polish. Here we gutted an old radio to use it as a base for this piece of sculptural glass, and that was a lot of fun. Now this one here is carved so deeply, front and back, in 3/4-inch glass that from the edge it looks like a zigzag. I love this. I love robots. I love science fiction. You'll figure that out soon enough. But anyway, that's some of what we're talking about. All right, guys. Well, that's everything I have to say about this today. I really look forward to hearing what y'all's opinions are. And if you have any interest or even suggestions concerning how this might take place, just any thoughts you have on it, I would love to hear. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day. All right, well, thank you so much for hanging around. One of the things I'm really excited about is we're going to make a change in the way we do our videos. In the past, I just did a video when I could squeeze out some time, but like I said, we're making some changes around here, and I'm planning on having a lot of fun, and I'd love for y'all to be a part of it. Instead of these little tutorials on various techniques of glass manipulation, what I plan to do is make videos of projects from beginning to end, describing the process, describing the tools that are used in between, but we'll go from the start to the finish. And our first item is going to be of a robot I built a few years ago, but I was always disappointed that I couldn't move the arms and couldn't turn the head, and we're going to remake this little guy so that he's posable, essentially. And we might even make some changes to some of the interior components of the robot. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy that. Subscribe and be sure to click the bell. Thanks.